Hello. Yeah, I have more to say on unconditional love. It came up in the meditation. I was thinking that however it's expressed, I feel or felt some kind of resistance to the idea of loving certain people unconditionally. It feels not true for me right now. Yeah, I think specifically part of me would feel aggrieved if nothing came to me in return. Which means that's a condition. So it's interesting to note. So then, loving myself unconditionally. There's been internally this nice reciprocation I've noticed where I say to myself, oh, I love me unconditionally? Yay, let me do nice things for me, you, in return. I will write the code and exercise and eat well and read the book, do other tasks. Because why wouldn't I do that for someone who loves me unconditionally? It all flows together nicely. And so, of course, for anyone besides myself, I can't and wouldn't want to control that urge or inclination to reciprocate. And so I think the opportunity here is to feel deeper into the inherent joy in giving, in loving unconditionally, like really without conditions. I think I have inroads to this. In a sense, everything, much of what I've done online comes from a place of giving, of wanting someone who's not me to have a positive, good experience with something I create, and freely so. That's part of the motivation around my web apps, essays, these videos, other art projects I've made or collaborated on. That's all wanting to give and doing so. And sometimes I do it with panache, and sometimes I miss the mark. But that intention is present in my creations you can find online. Oh yeah, I've finished the Map of Consciousness Explained. And I say I've started reading The Prophet, which is kind of funny. This is a book by Khalil Gibran. It's very short. And I'm the third-ish of the way through. And yeah, so a few things from the Map of Consciousness Explained that feel good to sit with. are the ideas of, metaphorically, God being like the sun, or maybe enlightenment's like the sun, or what's the difference? And things that people, stories we tell, or ways we choose to see ourselves or the world are like clouds that block the sun. And so the path is to gently set those clouds aside. In order to see the sun that's always there and feel it and enjoy it. The author also purports that God is basically just peace and love, and anything that other people or groups or religions might tell you about God being, I forget the specific adjectives, but like spiteful or vindictive or, yeah, more like vengeful, angry type God depictions. Those aren't it. It's not peace or love, it's not God. So says, paraphrased, David Hawkins. Yeah, one of the last parts of the book finally elaborate on a consciousness calibration test, which involves the body and the body communicating what is true or not true. This one involves two people. I can't do it with myself. There's a person that uses two fingers to push down on the upturned wrist of another person. It seems really interesting. I want to, try it out ASAP. Because I have the other one that the book mentions, which is described as a pendulum. The person stands upright, tall, and closes their eyes and says a statement, and they'll fall or lean forward if the statement is truthful and fall backward if it's not. But the wrist one, wow. I've enjoyed a few conversations recently that got into discussions of male archetypes. I think about the warrior one. These are the king, warrior, magician, lover male archetypes. The warrior is very interesting to me. I believe this is the one I embody the least of the four. And I haven't read whatever literature or blogs or books about these archetypes, but trust my sense of what the warrior means and some other previous experience. But warrior feels like setting boundaries, taking care of what's theirs to protect or handle, defending what must be defended. Yeah, like stepping into conflict, if that is what is asked of the warrior when it's in alignment with the needs of what's right and good to do. Yeah, and again, am I conflict averse? I just don't. Yeah, maybe I don't step into conflict. Like, I think I have a bias that conflict is inherently like immoral or wrong, or like, can we be creative and find some third way, or if there is some binary presented that is causing conflict. Like, I wanna throw the magician at a problem before I let the warrior have a hand in it. But I'm sure there are situations where the warrior is most appropriate to deal with what it is. And that's probably a blind spot I've had. Yeah. When to warrior. Yeah. All right. That's the journal. Goodbye.